Okay, match 1. We're on the draw. We already designated Obosh. I mean, considering that we've got a turn 1 creature, and we've got burn spells, and we've got Blood Moon, and we're only 1 land away from casting Blood Moon, I think we're going to keep. This could be a case where Zephyr and Void could be better. Never mind. Although, I don't know, if this is Izzet Prowess, and these Radiant Fountains are definitely going to potentially help. If this is Storm, which is looking, well, they do play off sometimes, and Izzet Prowess, but if this is Storm, then we might be in a bit of trouble. No instant speed interaction is kind of rough. It's definitely looking more like Storm. I haven't seen this deck in a while. Well, I mean, this is kind of going shields down, but, like, you know, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just, it could have been a mistake, because maybe there was some possibility we could have locked them out with Blood Moon if we would have bluffed 1 turn, because they can't, you know, they might not have played their turn 2 enabler into a Blood Moon, but at the same time, Alright, well, the problem... Okay, so here's the deal. We could jam Blood Moon, but we're gonna... Because the problem is if they remand, then we're just in too much trouble. And sure enough, they do have remand. But thankfully we got another mountain, so... Yeah, this would have just been lights out if we would have jammed Blood Moon. I'm surprised that they have the old border on this thing, but okay. So maybe it worked out better that we sequenced than what we did. You just never know with these things. It can be kind of a close call sometimes in a way. Alright, this might get remanded again, but, you know, so it goes. Right. I mean, yeah, I don't know. This is just on the off chance that this gets repealed. This is probably getting remanded. Yep. Might be waiting for another land, I'm not sure. I mean, they do only have so many remands, and Blood Moon might shut them off. Big might, because of course Manamorphose gets some blue. Remand, of course, very annoying card, because all they really need is time. They don't necessarily need a hard count or anything. That's where Remand is at its best, and that's why they obviously play Remand, in addition to being a piece of their combo. It looks like Goblin Electromancer. At least we're bluffing. Well, I don't know, maybe not. Okay, going for Empty the Warrens maybe, or can they actually combo off without an enabler? Maybe. You can produce a lot of mana with, you know, with Splicing and Arcane. Okay. I'm kind of inclined to put Double Ritual into the graveyard. They're probably going to get Double Ritual, Manamorphose, and Pass in Flames. The hope is if we put both the Rituals into the graveyard, they can't go off this turn. But the problem is, of course, they'll have a Manamorphose in their hand. But hopefully without Rituals, they won't be able to necessarily make much happen with that for a few turns. But if we give them the Rituals, then it's just it's way too comically easy for them to go off, because then all they need to do, I mean, literally even 1 Ritual will give them enough mana. What they might do actually is they might put land, Ritual, and Pass in Flames. Because, no, actually, yeah. Well, there's no Pass in Flames. Alright, well, I definitely don't want them getting Snow-Covered Island. So let's think about this. They could go from 3 to 4, 4 to 5. They didn't put Pass in Flames in their hand. And they actually need Pass in Flames. So if they got Manamorphose and an Enabler and Pass in Flames in their hand, that's kind of a lot. I don't know. This might be wrong, but I'm putting these 2 in their graveyard, because this is my best chance to shut them off of playing anything blue. You know, so of course if they have Manamorphose and Past in Flames and like Goblin Electromancer and you know, or Baral, I mean, you know, it is what it is, but like they have to have all three of those cards, I think, in order to get really punished here. Because this isn't going to do it. Oh, maybe it will. Okay, never mind. It will. I don't get. Oh yeah, because it's 4 to play, 5 to flashback. I guess for some reason I thought it was the other way around. Well, it wouldn't have made a difference if we would have just if we would have just put 1 ritual in hand. They were gonna go up 1 mana no matter what. Might as well make it not 1 mana in the form of a land, and at that point it just seems like cutting them off mana is a better choice. Alright, well they do end up having this, and that of course means that they can do whatever they want. I guess, so they did end up having, well, not all 3, but they ended up having another ritual and this card. We do have main deck relics, actually. We have a lot of interaction, we just didn't draw it. This is where Kozilek's turn helps out against their Empty the Warrens plan. It can be kind of annoying just playing these decks where you just draw the wrong half of your deck. But, you know, so it goes. Forever too. So I think they've got whatever they need, because if they put 2 more rituals and Grave Shot and Past in Flames in their graveyard, then like there's really not much. Well, I guess I don't need to put Past in Flames in their graveyard because they've already got it in their graveyard. I mean, what's their storm count? They got plenty. They got plenty to work with. I don't know. I guess I'll put these 2 and just see what happens. But obviously what they're going to do is they're just going to continue comboing off. And then they're going to flashback Past in Flames. And they're going to, you know. Let's just not even, just yield. And they can just flashback Past in Flames and then. Or just gut shot us. And remand. Yeah, I guess that works. Alright, well, man, if it wasn't for remand, actually, sometimes going up to 24 does actually make it harder for them to grape shot us, but of course, you know, remand can effectively double. Alright, let's try to humble this opponent a little bit. Probably thinks they're invincible against this matchup. I don't really think they are. Everybody seems to think they're favored against this matchup, so time to humble some opponents, hopefully. There really isn't much to switch out, I think. I mean, we're basically main boarded as is. I guess I'm going to leave the Blood Moons in because there's really just, yeah, it's just a possible way to cheese them. And of course, you know, this season Pyromancer. I don't know if we need 4 of them though. But what am I going to replace it with? All these other cards are pretty so-so. Could replace them with Filigree Familiar, but I don't think that's going to do much. Could have 2 Oblivion Stones. It could help deal with the Warrens tokens, but could also deal with Aria Flame. But I don't know. I'm just going to try to. They seem to be on a mana base that is vulnerable to Blood Moon for some reason. Well, I'm not too hot on this, but I'm going to keep this because I do sometimes win games where they go all in with the Empty the Warrens, thinking that I'm going to mull to like a relic hand. This could be mistaken reasoning here, but I think this is I think this is reasonable enough. Storm can be kind of a frustrating deck to play against because there's like, you know, it's one of those decks that feels like it's not as much what you're doing, but more like what they're doing, and that's like, you know, some are like a great feeling to feel like the game's more in their hands. Well, hopefully they don't have basic island, because maybe this Blood Moon does work. And, you know, thank goodness they're inexplicably playing a blue-red deck with few fetch lands for islands, but, you know, hey, we're not going to complain. Well, let's try to do this. There's some merit to playing Bonecrusher, but, you know, we would just want to cut off as many of their blue spells as we can. They could Manamorphose into Ritual or something, but I don't know. Man, we could definitely get hosed real bad here, but I can't just play scared, you know. I want to try to win the game as soon as possible. And Manamorphose could be problematic. Okay. I mean, we could bluff, but I don't think bluffing is really going to do much. Well, actually, I guess we have to, because I don't want to... Yeah, we have to bluff. I'm not going to Firebolt. We'll just get more damage later by holding it. We're going to play Obosh. And Obosh is lethal, because this is 4/4/8 if it lands. We might play Manamorphose into Remand. Let's see. If we do, does the double Lightning Bolt do it? I think it does, because it brings down a 7. Yeah, let's try to get them through this. It's just slightly safer than the Obosh plan. Alright, nice. Yeah, also they're in a tough spot, because even if they had Lightning Bolt, killing one of the Swiftspears, I mean, one of the Soul Scars wouldn't do it, and killing the Bonecrusher would also. Alright, well, I feel vindicated to leave the 4 Blood Moons in. It doesn't feel like I should be winning games against Storm with Blood Moon, but, you know, here we are. Oops. Oops, let's see here. Alright, so I just gotta record my... You are Storm 1/1. Now let's see how this goes. Let's go Obosh. I mean, hey, we got both our hate pieces. Again, it just feels weird. Oh, you know, Blood Moon. Well, 2 of our 3 hate pieces. So let's see. I might lead on the Temple just because if I draw another Temple or like a Forgotten Cave, then I want to be able to curve in the Blood Moon. Looks like that's not going to be an issue. So I got to decide, do I want to get the Swiftspear Beats, or do I want to start removing their graveyard? I think the answer is we want the Swiftspear Beats. Yeah, we want the Swiftspear Beats for sure. Alrighty. And I may want to play Relic Hold It Up next turn. Yeah, I definitely want to play Relic Hold It Up next turn. Oh, and we can play Blood Moon anyway through this. So let's see if they block. We could play another Relic, but that's just, I think, being greedy. It depends on whether they think we're on Lava Dart or... Yeah, I wouldn't block for them either, but that was a nice clean hit. Let's see. You know, I mean, their ability to go off is hopefully hampered a bit. You know, at least I hope it's hampered a bit. But we're all with the old border, seems pretty cool. I wonder if they got Goblin Electromancer in the old border too. Well, is what it is. I wonder if they're going to drop like Empty the Warrens right now. I wonder if I should crack the Relic. Yeah, I don't know if that's necessary. Yeah, because they might have like a bounce spell or something. So I don't need to drop the Blood Moon just yet, because... yeah. Yeah, let's drop this. Let's drop this. Actually, let's just let's drop the Swiftspear and the Soul Scar, hold up Relic. Playing another Relic wouldn't make a difference because I can only hold up 1 mana activation anyway. Alright, might as well, I guess, give them less cards to work with in their graveyard, even though they're obviously going to just do that. But I think this is a pretty decent, in a pretty decent shape. Question, if they tap out, I think I jam Blood Moon, because then also the Temple comes into play untapped. So I can leave up a Relic activation. Which I think is a good place to be. But if not, I'm probably just going to play the Relic, because that way we also get a Scry activation. Yeah, just don't want to get blown up by Remand. I just gradually work on their graveyard. And I'll scry before I attack. I mean, it gives up a little information on what we have, but it gives us more information before we attack. There is definitely something to be said about having more mana. This could be wrong, but, you know. I don't know. I think it's fairly obvious if they block, we stomp. Okay. No, I'm not going to stomp. Having double Relic activation up is pretty nice. So I could stomp in a turn, but I get more value, obviously, by stomping on my turn. They might try to set up a big Empty the Warrens. Let's see what this brings. They've used both their Metamorphi, so maybe Blood Moon does work now. I can certainly afford to test the waters next turn with Blood Moon. I don't see there being much reason to fire off the stomp just yet. Can't play Bonecrusher and Blood Moon next turn, and if they don't play a basic island, I'm heavily incentivized to play Blood Moon. Problem is, part of me does want to crack the Relic because I just, I don't know. But I'll be patient. Cracking the Relic might be better waiting until later, obviously. I mean, their ability also to do tricky things with a Pass in the Flames on the stack is also limited with 2 Relics eating their 2 cards every turn. But they're also sculpting their hand quite rapidly into something. Let's see what that something is. What if we're just going to go for a gigantic Empty the Warrens, in which case we just crack both the Relics and desperately dig for a Kozilek's Return. And we did bring in all 4 of those, so there is that. Okay. So should we stomp? I don't see the need to just yet. I just don't. But you know they've got the remand though. That's the thing. So I think I am going to stomp actually. Because actually I'm going to get 2 triggers off of this, and I can still hold up 1 Relic. Yeah, I like this. So if they do what I think they're going to do and remand this, I would if I were them, then I'm going to get extra prowess triggers. Because little do they know we're sandbagging a mountain in our hand. Alright, well, I'm not going to play the Blood Moon. Just, I think... Yeah. I was not expecting... I guess they're patient, you know? I was really expecting them to remand, but maybe they realized they'd take another 2 damage. And now I'm really tempted to just crack the Relic to just look for a way to finish them off. Because I feel like they're close to doing something nasty. But that 6 life, though, I could burn them out potentially, even if they do have a large Empty the Warrens, and even if I don't find a Kozilek's Return. Well, they're definitely doing something now. Okay, well, they're trying to burn me out. That's not a good sign. I think this is just a giant Empty the Warrens. Or at least that's how it ends, I think. Let's see. Yeah, there was the remand we knew they had. I guess getting remand in their hand has its advantages too. Here's Empty the Warrens, I'm pretty sure. It's gotta be. How can it not be? It's gotta be. Well, I mean, what else is it? 2 more gut shots. Would that kill me? Yeah, that would. Well, 5/5, not quite, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it is. If it's passing plans, you blow the Relic, obviously. Well, there's another one. Can't say we're surprised about that. I guess it makes sense that they're going after the creatures. I think they have to divert a lot from the face. So let's see here. Well, yeah. I don't think we have a burn spell, I guess. And there's another. Nope, and no Empty the Warrens. I'll take it. Should we crack a Relic? I kind of feel like doing that just because, I mean, this could be totally wrong, but I just being able to draw into it, yeah, and now we can play Giant plus Moon, and I think that's going to be a pretty good plan. And I'll gain some life too even before I deploy the Moon, why not? Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that does something. Hopefully they don't just have a way to just straight up win through this. I mean, this could be risky tapping out like this, but with only 3 cards in their hand, and hopefully no basic islands, I hope we've got a... I hope this sets us up pretty well. That is the hope, of course. Manamorphose would definitely be not nice. Well, okay. It's not nice, but we can live with that. Now that you're Empty the Warrens. Alrighty. Okay, let's put Obosh to hand. Well, let's cycle this first, see what we get. Yeah, let's put Obosh to hand. Not really much downside to not doing that. Yeah, now they know exactly what's in our hand, but I don't think they can capitalize on it. At least I hope they can't. I will 100% block. There's not much. Might as well, I guess. I don't know why our David would be relevant, but let's see. Alright, let's get Obosh down. hopefully threaten to win next turn. Attacking doesn't do anything. I think they're of course going to block, and they would deal 2. Well, basic island. It's not what we want to see, but I think we're still in decent shape. Let's make sure both of us have no graveyard. Alrighty. Let's go for the win. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Obviously, our Soulscar is going to die, but I guess if they bolt our Obosh, that could be pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know. We got a seasoned Pyromancer waiting in the wings. All right, cool. Hey, all right, we beat Storm. So I don't think their matchup is as good as they think it is against us. It's definitely, I think it's kind of even-ish. I've been relatively even with them. All right, let's go to the next one.